the chaos. Theorycraft Online shields up, snacks ready. Welcome aboard the Cottontail 86 stream, live on Twitch, simulcasting to Kick and YouTube. Catch the VODs later, but for now, stay for the ride.
War trails burning through the midnight blue. Fleet alarm screaming while the jack cuts through. One eye on the refinery.
Yeah, who's on first?
Yes.
I mean the guy's name.
Who?
The guy playing first.
Who?
The guy playing first base.
Who?
The guy on first base.
Who is on first?
What are you asking me for? I don't know.
Wait a minute,
I'm asking you who's on first.
That's his name.
Well, go ahead and tell me.
Who?
The guy on first.
That's it.
Cling on with the fire. Cotton's on the bridge and we're climbing higher. Loop drops glittering in the neon haze. Every new surprise just lights up the page. Twitch in the front row, kicking the mix. YouTube holding the replay for the later fix. Whatever the game, we're ready to explore. From Starfield skies to the channel Discord. Roar, the groupies growing every night we collide. Cottontail 86 with the hyperspace ride. Countdown running, engines hum. Everybody in the chat says, here we come. Mic check, lights up, let the music roll. One more step and we launch full throttle. To boldly claw where the grinders won't go. Dark blue lights and the neon glow. Theorycraft loud while the warp core spin. Raise those shields. Let the chaos begin. Cottontail 86 taking over the night. Purple in the stars and the Zion lights. Laugh, rage, wheel spins. Community strong. Bridge crew ready. Now crank this song. Hey. Spin that wheel. Hey. Make that deal. Hey. Fleet up, punch in. Let's ride. Warp speed, no brakes. Quick play, high stakes. Bridge crew standing side by side. Hey. Clip that win. Hey. Let the show begin. Hey. Bring the hype from wall to wall. Twitch on live, kick on deck. YouTube's waiting for the call. Bundles to claim and a dozen tabs deep. Chat moving faster than a furring you can cheat. Somebody yelling, hit the refinery. While Cotton's theory crafting perfect strategy. Tangy is screaming, alerts collide. Stream a bot barely keeping the systems alive. But somehow the chaos turns perfectly clean. Like a starship dancing through a battle scene. Buttons get mashed and the scoreboard shakes. Every little moment turning into break. Community rolling with the jokes and the lore. New faces welcome through the hangar door. The lag gets heavy, we keep moving on. If the match runs long, then the anthem stays strong. No matter the mission, no matter the star. Cottontail 86 takes it just a little farther. So if you're arriving from the raid tonight, or finding the stream in the search bar light, Twitch for the live, Kick for the thrill, YouTube for the voice. When the night grows still, keep your seatbelt tight and your volume high. We're flying through the static, through the pixel sky. One chip, one chat, one electric spark, lighting up the void from the intro mark.
Deep breath in.
Hold that flame. Hey. Chat tight fast. Say the name. Cottontail 86 front and center. Press start now.
Welcome to the adventure.
To boldly claw where the grinders won't go. Rabbit on the captain's chair, running the show. Community strong and the energy bright. Cottontail 86 going live tonight. Dark blue thunder and the purple skies. Science box reflected in everybody's eyes. From fleet command to marbles rolling along. Bridge crew ready. Now sing this song. Stay tuned for the chaos. Stay tuned for the lore. One more lap around the station before we explore. If you missed the beginning, don't worry, you'll see. The replay lives on YouTube and the live's on Twitch. And kick with me.
Stream is live. Engage. Welcome to Hyperspace Arcade.
Trapped behind bars, it's like I'm on Mars, scorching hot.
Good evening. Happy Sunday. How's everybody doing tonight? Howdy 50, welcome in first. Make sure everything's actually running. I've done that a little bit ago. Okay. As long as you beat Wrath, you're happy. Hi, Essig. How you doing tonight? All right, you're gonna be my first. We'll say victim. We'll see if that actually worked. Hi, Lady Command. How's it going tonight? I tried doing some testing with this offline and it didn't always do what I intended for it to do. Doesn't seem to be calling up the global variable like I thought it should. Been one of those days, but trying to be good. That's all that one can do. Always try to find the best in everything. Oh, I should have double checked. Okay, that did not work at all. We'll have to shout out Sig the old-fashioned way. Definitely doing some Star Trek Fleet Command. That was louder than I expected. Port roof collapse, getting fixed, but the guy keeps having to come alone. His helpers keep having family emergencies. But someone threw out one of the things my mom gave me. Oh, that's sorry to hear that. That's definitely a lot of things to deal with. Hopefully this week things will go a little bit better for you. Well, I know it's kind of funny. Even like, what, 2 or 3 years ago, I was trying to hire a local company to come in and do some painting inside of my house because I have a really tall entryway, and the contractors I kept on reaching out to never even responded to any of my messages, phone calls, or anything. Hey, Misa, you got your little bee marble skin? Awesome. I'm glad you're able to find it. Keeps pushing at me. So here, instead of curled up in the dog kennel time. Oh, no rest today. Yeah, the patience pays off. The butterfly wings that I have there that I usually wear when I'm racing was probably 4 months of waiting. It was probably 4 months of waiting. Like it took forever for them to come back in. Pause the elite daily reward packs and redeem bundles due to an issue where redeeming chips will not give the intended resources. We will address these issues and compensate any affected user. I saw that. Also got some extra skins and cosmetics. So you need to have currency. You need to have currency, and when you have the currency, you go to the shopping cart icon. Did I ever get this set up? I think I got this set up. And it helps a little bit too if you have a if you have the if you have your account connected and you watch streams and get drops. I want to play sound. Hey Das, how's it going? Hey Jorg, how are you? Did I keep this as a source? Not that one. Okay, I know this had kind of hit or miss results last time. The aspect ratio just sucks with this. Okay. So with this, playing Tamagotchi, That looks like a really cool game. So you earn currencies. So at the top here, I have the currency on the right here is marble money. And then this is dust. This is tournament coins. This is community coins. Most of the drops that you get are going to be these community coins, which is a random chest to open up to get skins. And then the tournament coins also come, and that is a little bit of everything. So this is skins, trails, sometimes I think effects are in here too, and modifiers. And then this currency is called dust. This currency is used to get rid of duplicate items that you have, and there are dust chests and a dust store where you can buy individual things. And then this currency here is called marbles money, and sometimes that's drops, sometimes streamers give that away. That's something that I like to give away or offer. I'll have I'll do giveaways just randomly where it'll be 100 marble money or 30 tournament coins. And then depending on what you want to do with it, you come to the bottom here, and the shopping cart is where you go to spend it. The paintbrush is where you go to change what your marble looks like. And then the trophy is a way to display things that you've been doing. Like that displays the leaderboard, and you can look at everything that's been going on. If you're in a position, you'd be able to see that. The currency, this is where you go to open up these tournament and community chests. So that's this bottom right corner here. So like right now, this is the current this right here is what the community coins open. So if you click on that, you can see all of the things that are available inside of the community chest. And it's an RNG chance. You get one random item out of all this. So if I just open one of these randomly, oh no, wrong thing. Too many items to choose from. So I've got this Dev V12 black and white now. So if I go to the paintbrush, I can try to find this this BW, oops. So this is the skin that I just unlocked. And if you wanted to spend, say, the marble money, that you wanted to spend the marble money, you can go to the shopping cart icon, and then where these items are down here, these are all things that you can spend marble money on. And then over on the right side, there's different categories that you can break down into. So this top one where it's the ball, these are different skins that are available. And then this area changes every day, and this area changes every hour. And it lists what currency that it costs to open that. And then that'll be whatever your marble will look like as far as, you know, like the actual skin that's applied to it. And then This area here are the modifiers. This is what the shape of your marble is. So like this one changes your marble into a coffee cup. This one changes it into a basket or beach ball. This one turns it into a pirate hat. It calls it a pirate. So it's like a tricorn hat that the marble wears. This turns it into a plushie. This turns it into like a Lego brick. A sushi roll. So like they have all sorts of different things that change. This will be a pot of gold. And then some of the ones that are a little cooler is the next section down here. The section here is the effects that come in when you land and when you finish. And the next one down here is the trails. So this is the decorations that the balls wear. So this is on top of the shape. So different combinations of these things end up doing different effects. So like this one's a bear suit. This is called a trail. All the trails have some kind of an after effect that goes behind them. But they also have a usually some kind of a very noticeable effect to them. Like this one's overcharging. When this rolls, this will have a big, long pink glow behind it. And then this flower crown is just a crown of flowers that your marble wears, and then it has the little stars that kind of come out behind it. You can be a superhero cape. So when you're rolling down the track, it'll have the cape flying behind it. There's a wolf hat. So they have all sorts of different hats that these things can wear. You can have rings like your Saturn. Got a beer helmet. Snorkel. There's a pink dino suit. And some of these ones will change colors. It can be a banana. It's all sorts of different things. Yeah, you download the map on mobile. It can be either Google Play or Apple Store. It gives you like a really good ability to be able to modify things on the fly. It's a little bit tedious to work through. It's not bad. And it's gonna be getting an update sometime like in June or July, late June, early July, the way that it sounds. So hopefully it'll be a little more user friendly. And if you do decide to purchase any of these, if you want to purchase the marble money or the tournament coins, just make sure that you use somebody's creator code. It doesn't add any cost to your purchase, but it does give one of the creators kickback. Most of us have a code at this point, so tag in a streamer. It'll give you an option to put in a creator code. Yeah. Once you get around in there a few times and you start playing with it and get an opportunity to see like what your ball looks like after you apply some changes and stuff like that, it works pretty good. Mine's just Cottontail 86. There's no reason. I think you probably should support your husband.
Wrath of Butter PKN asked me, do you dance like Deadpool when you sing bye bye bye? Hell yeah, I do. There's nothing like letting loose and busting out some moves while belting out bye bye bye. If Deadpool can get away with it, so can Captain Janeway. Just picture me jamming out with a cup of strong coffee in one hand and a middle finger raised in the other. Now that's what I call a party.
Damn. I love that one. Thanks, Broken Wolf. Yeah, she was on a tear that day, I believe. She gets on them every once in a while.
Biddy dance? Okay. I'll get the biddy dance going on today.
I feel like I was there for that one too.
When I see you there, and my heart goes blind. When I see you there, and my heart goes blind.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, the mission keys redemption. Thank you for doing that, Misa. I feel like I need to do some sort of a, an on-screen alert. But that is the daily reminder for everyone to collect their mission keys. Which I don't think mine are ready. I think I did mine later in the evening. Unless I didn't do them yesterday. Oops, not that one. I had so many subs expire this weekend. Did yours this morning? Yep, mine will be later tonight. After stream, actually. They did it really late. Welcome on in, Nevi Never. How you doing tonight? Ooh, Tangia dungeon. Exclamation point join to get in on the dungeon.
Yo, we see that flood of names. Chats flying like a game of flames. New folks rolling in, whole squad insane. Pulled up to the bunny domain. Let's go! Welcome to the burrow, welcome to the show. Cottontails live, let the good vibes flow. Ready to train crazy, watch the numbers grow. Drop your emotes, let the whole chat know. Welcome Raiders, hey.
Welcome in, Green Tea. I didn't even see that you had gone live.
That's right.
The horse paddock. Right behind Come and Go. Which I just read, I guess isn't a thing anymore. That feels more appropriate than normal.
You're the best.
How was stream, Green Tea? How was everybody? Welcome on in, Raiders. Right there, then come over here. Oh, that happens. That happens. Audio issues. Think you're the victim of Windows updates? Ah, yeah. I know. Chef had a bunch of issues this morning too. That turtle was the greatest thing. Howdy, MJ. Well, I'm sorry that you had audio issues. Hopefully you can get those fixed up. No more pings.
Blow my load? That's insane. That's insane. Oh god, somebody's gonna clip that.
Somebody did clip that. Howdy, Omega J. And hello, Scottish Staz. Yeah, I was trying to think. I know when I did my Windows updates, I had some weird things happening. I don't know if that was Wednesday. I think that was a I think it was a graphics card update that was my problem. It was a pending update, and I think that it had preloaded some things and started acting up a little bit. So MJ, are you bragging that you didn't get any more pings? Or are you asking for getting no more pings? It hasn't stopped.
I just want to thank you for the stream streak.
Thank you for the 30 stream streak, Omega J. That's amazing. Hi, Ben. One of the Windows updates is bricking computers, so peeps are having to do complete rebuilds. I mean, it seems like every couple of weeks, like there's a group of people that are having issues.
Doing a great job. I'm very proud of her, and I do believe she said that she was coming for Psyduck next. So there you go, Psyduck.
Ooh, Psyduck, you've been.
That must have been competition with the smaller account. Yeah, it seems like every other update or whatever. I don't know if I did get my trailer or not. I haven't checked. I didn't see it come in. I don't remember if I won a... I might have won a fleet trail last night too. I don't remember. I did get the sportscast trail. I did not win another fleet trail. I did win a Shambugi skin though. Thank you, Visa. Ba, ba, ba. I mean, Power War is kind of a fun thing to do. $3,000 to recover the data. Holy crap. That's extremely expensive. Like, that's a like mechanically broken hard drive sending to Seagate to recover data expense. 8 days away from tier 13 cube, Ben. Nice. Yeah, thank you, Butter Pecan. That was really kind of you. That's one to check off of the list for sure. Nothing like seeing the cotton bag. Okay. That needs to be phrased a little bit differently, I think. Because we ain't seeing the cotton bag. Back up all my critical files to the SAN, so if PC dies, then just rebuild and restore the files. Yeah, I do a bare metal backup once a week. And I do like the file history thing on like a hourly basis or whatever, so that I have constant stuff to be done. RAID 10 across 8 drives. Yeah. At some point, I'm going to be doing that for all my backups. I'm going to have a backup set up in a system like that. Not in my primary computer itself, though. Because, rebuilding Windows isn't terrible. Yeah. Visa got out of that, too. It's like, nope. I see you still causing mayhem with Miss Law. I love watching Schedule 1 stuff. There's so much. It's all shenanigans. It's all shenanigans. We'll give her a shout out too.
Let's see if it works. Fingers crossed. It works. It works. It works. It works.
It's such a shame when the alerts don't
also,
come
Mr.
through.
MJ Hat, who I saw in here lurking around. There you go. And also,
keep all my data on an old compact server, RAID 5 with online spare. That works. A great trail for blacklight and cinematic runs. I could see that. Like, it's a party one. It's a party one. PDB's all my main PC stuff is now on M2 Flash. The server is across 16 enterprise SS drives, RAID Protect. SAN is an old drive, but capacity is much larger, 120 terabytes. That's what I plan on doing with like all my videos and all my file backups and stuff. And probably just like my general file storage stuff. Like right now, I do have my general file storage in OneDrive. So I got cloud backup, so it's a little bit nice for that. In fact, that's where my streamer bot lives. Got an NAS at home, but found out I need new drives for it. The Wolf of Lies. Yes, the Wolf of Lies. Howdy, Zero G's. How you doing tonight?
I'm gonna need a little bit more longing of a look, if y'all can manage that.
Oh, look at that. So sweet, Lost.
Loston went straight for that. Put it in the drawer. Howdy, Drastic Leak. How's it going tonight? We got all the keeps going on. Yeah, backups are such a critical thing. I mean, even just having like your OBS profile and scenes backed up is so much of getting you back online if there's ever any kind of a failure. Like anytime that I make any significant changes, I make sure that I'm backing up my OBS file system just so that it can be rebuilt really quick. Because I've had a couple of instances where I've modified things to the point where I just completely broke OBS and I had to go back. And having that backup to resort back to is invaluable. Because I mean, most of the other stuff that like I do on a daily basis, like having my streamer bot backed up and having the OBS files backed up, everything else lives in web browsers and stuff like that, so it gets you back online quick. Having some lag about a year ago, found that some of the files for video were on the SAN and the drive was spinning down, so the SAN had to spin up. Took me about a week to figure it out. Yeah, that was one of the things that I don't want to have, like, those things on remote storage. I want to keep those on my device and readily accessible. But if I get it scaled up to the point where it's necessary, then something else will be done. Doing these grind for Athena parts, I just don't know where to start. Just hit Academy drones. That's all you need to do. 50. Just start hitting Academy drones and... Or wait. Did you get the Athena? I guess I don't know about the grind for the parts specifically. Because I don't have it. Oh, all the FTO images. Oh, yeah. I'm sure that you've already got stuff figured out how to get the drives optimized for data retrieval. Seems like I'm not getting nowhere near enough rewards for hitting the drones. They must be doing something wrong or too low for level. It's probably too low for level. Hi, Dustin. I'm doing well. How are you doing tonight? Yeah, if you have the theory, you gotta hit the Venari. Athena parts are rubbish, chance-based. Did they really do that? The science credit conversion? That's the... They didn't. They didn't. Or is it just one of those things where it's... I can't even see that yet. Yeah, hit Venari, convert that currency into the science credits, convert those science credits into Athena parts. Yeah, there's a very specific thing for Making sure that you have your level matched with what you can hit. Upgrading the base to operations 48. Way to go, Dustin. Jones will tear up the Athena in the waves. Okay, so there's a low, middle, and high. That kind of RNG isn't too bad. I mean, it's not like the officer RNG where you could have ended up with, you know, officer dust or officer XP, transporter dust or officer XP. Free pulls on the Athena is generally giving 55 per day. I guess I don't know. Most of the upgrades are like 227. So that pace sounds really similar to what the Borg Sphere pace is as far as upgrades. That's very, very, very close to what the Borg Sphere pacing is. Not gonna do anything with RNG, then keep the event. Well, I'm hitting 71s 50. So like the system that I'm grinding in is Femion. Like ideally you would be grinding your drones in Sonum. You got about 120 today? That's not bad. Yeah, Green Tea nailed the RNG. Because that should be the system that would be tuned for your ops level, because you're ops 69, I believe. And you only want to hit the Red Skull systems if you have the Athena, because that's where the Venari all are. And they, from my experience, the hostiles were decreased by roughly a third power. Is about where I'm guessing, because from like the before and after, I was able to get about a 30% more loot out of it. I guess I don't know if that math's out exactly the same, but oh, Athena is tied to the ship level. Well, that's a good way to have the mechanics scored. All right, have fun, Lady Command. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, so then 50 for you. It's any of the non-skull systems as high as you can hit with like a good probably SNW crew, or as high as you can hit with a good loot crew. One of those two is going to be able to maximize your stuff. You should be able to hit well beyond the 61s. You should be able to get into at least the 64s. ideally drones are at your ops level, but I think that there's still people in the mid to late 60s that aren't able to hit at their ops level still, from what I've been hearing. Like I don't stand a chance against a 72 yet. Like 72 is a big step up from 71. But 71 is still in the same refinery band. And that's probably like a good way to look at it. I don't know how they have it set up for everybody. But like when you look at the training merits trade-in, like where it shows the bottom level on that screen is where the refinery's tuned for your level. So obviously you're going to be in the 6-star area, so you're going to be able to do the 6-star training merits trade in for the engineering credits. So like you can hit down a lot more. Like for me, I have to be at a bottom of 71 to be able to get the 7-star training merits. If I drop down to 70, then I'm getting the 6-star merits, and then I'm trading those up into 7 stars. But the hostiles are kind of a weird thing too, because they have those unique abilities. So doing the triangle may not yield you the best results. Because if you're battleship on Explorer, you may be running into issues and you may be better off doing battleship into battleship. I still don't like the fact that they hide the bulk claim button. Yeah, and I still think that if you're struggling to be able to make the make your refinery that you need to at like the top end, backing down a level and doing loot crew may end up getting you maximum rewards or offsetting the downfall of jumping down a level too. Because that's what I had to do before the rebalance, because I was hitting 70s, but I just couldn't quite get enough of my get enough of the currency out of it, so I had to back down to 69s with a loot crew, and then I was able to get enough currency out of it. And we just ops up our syndicate. Now we get an extra 30% isolytic damage and 350% repair cost efficiency. That's a big reward. That repair cost efficiency is huge. And I don't know if we have Veil targets in the events today. I haven't even looked at the events. I was doing some other stream setup stuff. But yeah, it's all about finding a balance. There's usually a way to be able to get out of it what you need. Even if it turns into something where it needs to be done in 2 trips instead of just 1. I mean, even a loot crew can benefit that. And that's also a good thing to point out too, like make sure like you have your fleet commanders set properly. What did you get your rare up enough to be able to upgrade your cube? Or is your cube still at the 63 level? Are you hitting explorers? Battleship with the Luke crew. Huh. See, I would expect you to be able to do that without too many problems. I think 64 should be within reach if you're doing SNW or Janeway, Seska, Suitor. Depending on where your Seska and Suitor are at, I guess. Are you losing shields? I mean, that's usually one of the things that I have to look at right away too is, you know, like, am I losing shields? Do I need to add shield repair into it? So putting Mbenga down below deck and possibly also Harry Kim below deck might not be a bad idea to keep your shields up, because there's a good chance that if you can maintain your shields, your hull's gonna keep a lot of that still. Last Coda 2 ship, you maxed the 70 epic in the cube. Your second 70 epic in the cube. Nice. Yeah, I'm going to be able to make some pretty decent progress on this next run here this week. I'm hoping that this Vengeance event that's going to run this week is going to be the same as last week. Because I'm going to be able to do some points on that. I'm going to be able to feed that. I'm going to be able to feed my Vengeance really well. Some parts. Maybe even be able to tear it up. I might be able to tear it up. It's going to be close. It's going to be damn close. And I think that's... I don't remember if it was Wednesday or Thursday that that's running. I don't remember if I saved... So, like, this crew here that I have... This has kind of been a specialty ship crew that's been working pretty well for me.
Yo, we see that feather names, just like a game of flames. New folks rolling in, whole squad is same. Food up to the buddy domain. Let's go! Welcome to the borough, welcome to the show. Hey, hot and tails live, let the good vibes flow. Rated train crazy, watch the numbers grow. Drop your emotes, let the whole chat know. Welcome Raiders, hey!
Welcome in, Raiders. How was the stream, Major Samo? How are you doing tonight?
I've got faith of the stream. No one's gonna bend or break me. I can reach any tier, 'cause I've got parts. Actually, no, I don't.
That is a great clip. That's off your channel. Yeah, teabag moment. Yeah, that utility literally reaches out to your channel and randomly grabs the clip. So anything that pops up in any of those video overlays are 100% clips that are available on your channel. Found it and featured it. That's awesome. Like you see, yeah, you it's hard for me to say this, but you go deal them drugs. But welcome in, Raiders. I'm Cottontail. I'm another Star Trek Fleet Command streamer, part of the Next Gen and the STFC Ohana. If you haven't been here before, I stream a lot of Star Trek Fleet Command, primarily Sundays, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. And try to have some cool vibes and a little bit of fun somewhere between I don't know, I guess somewhere between Tibbs and Minnie Mabel. Try to cover all the cool stuff. How about for crabs? Some FKR Rev Deuce. Not following you exactly, Dustin. But yeah, 50, this SNW Mbenga into Pring has been really useful for me with like the Dauntless and the Sphere and Excelsior, because a lot of those ships I always just needed to have a little bit extra shield. Free crab song for Rev Deuce. I mean, that's always a possibility. Thank you for the Force Spirit 50. And it's also one of those things where it had the double digits. Thank you, Warzone. But it also had like the added effect of it's a crew that doesn't go against my normal primary grinding crew.
Here's a thought for Wrath of Butterpkin. Oh, Wrath of Butterpkin. Maybe Fides and Takis Finari are just too slippery, like trying to cack a greased rabbit in a rainstorm. Or maybe those Vinari have a secret pact with the R&D gods. Either way, Fiddy's got up his game or start bribing those Vinari with carrots. Twitch chat wants blood, but also snacks.
Wants blood, but also snacks. Oh, Warzone, we still got any clips off of you? Howdy, Big Booty Banga. All you need is 6-star, 80k 6-star Uncommon Explorer parts. Then you can max your NT. I don't even know if that's a lot. Howdy, Asian boy. Welcome on in. Or so sometimes not having clips is not a bad thing. You just can't do them. I mean, Hey, Star Trek is the best show ever. How are you doing? My part of TDI. I guess I'm not 100% certain what TDI is. Asian boy, is my comments working finally? I can read your comments, yes. Did you get shadow banned? Need to find my sweet spot. Yeah, that's exactly it, because you're gonna have something. It's an alliance, so then no, I'm not. I'm on server 34 in Star Trek Fleet Command. And then I'm also on server 719 with a secondary account. Yeah, the last 2 days what happened. Twitch has been really weird with their anti-bot stuff here since about Thursday. I've noticed that they've been kind of changing the way the lurking is happening, because like with the what do you call it? With the lurking from Microscape, I've been noticing that trying to get that third tab out of it has not been working very well. So like I've had issues with just being able to skip into the I must have hit minimize on the Microscape. I've probably had to skip into like only doing one stream up to be able to get the channel points to be able to collect the drops. I don't know if anybody else has been noticing that, but that's been happening a lot. And then a lot of people in the Marbles on Stream community have been getting shadow banned for spam, because it's really common. Like when you go into an actual Marble stream, a lot of people have you know, like their drop emotes that they run, and it's been really common to have issues with that. So one of the things that people have been noticing is if you're a mod in a channel, or if you're a VIP in a channel, which Asian Boy is a VIP in here right now, then the comments will come through. So Asian Boy, that might be why your comments can be seen, is because you're a VIP here. What system am I in? I am... I don't even know. Haima? Exclamation point join to get in on the dungeon. Yeah, the system that I choose, it's always over by the Xborg space. It's kind of center to a lot of the stuff. There's a lot of paths to be able to get out quick. Access to a lot of areas. So it's got good access to Voyager space. It's got good access to G6 space. Get over to augment space really quick, be able to get into exchange space really quick. You know, it was a really good area to be able to get at, and then I don't have to worry about moving for incursions or anything like that. I do watch Star Trek. All right, Asian Boy, one thing that you can do is check check on this site. Check the appeals page. See if it lists anything there for you. And that'll let you know for sure what's going on. And it gives you a path to be able to get it taken care of. Just know that it is happening with extremely high frequency right now. Extremely high frequency on Twitch right now. Nothing to see there? Okay. It's just one of the things that I've been told that can show issues. So yeah, it's hard to say exactly what it is. But it's happening with a lot of people right now. So the platform is definitely having an issue. They've tightened some controls and they went a little too far with them. So I would expect probably in the very, very near future that they're probably going to get that adjusted to be a little bit different. Yeah, if you can still interact with channel points and bits, and if you can still do like the like highlight my message type of thing, you can maybe do that. Otherwise, yeah, VIP has been the way to be able to get through, which is my favorite show. Ooh, when it comes for Star Trek, I honestly think Voyager is my favorite show, just because like they had a little more adversity behind their story and they really had to come together in a very unique way. And then just getting to be able to see so many things and a little bit more imagination outside, I think was really, really fun. I don't think you can actually, you have to reach out to support to at that point. I don't think you can actually appeal anything if there's nothing marked on your channel. Ooh, who's the favorite character? Favorite character. That's a very tough question, because there are characters that I found very entertaining. There are characters that I really found relatable. And there are characters that I love to hate. But I honestly feel like my favorite character was probably Neelix, because he always had that positive personality, and no matter what challenge was put in front of him, he always found a way to find that positivity of things and try to be that light in any kind of darkness. I joined MJ Hat Marbles last night and drove you crazy. Yeah, it would maybe but I would say that the character that I found the funniest on Voyager was definitely the EMH. The Doctor was amazing. Like, yeah, it's between the Neelix and the Doctor for me. $792. All the hot takes from Cottontail. I know that Neelix isn't really well liked in a lot of people, but I mean, it's, yeah. Hi Mufasa, welcome on in. I mean, yeah, EMH, I mean, that was a very, it was really interesting. I mean, him and Data had a lot of that same kind of connection where, like, they started in a very basic,
I'll be back. I need to find a stream to get microscope energy. You can't get it here? I bet you I can give it to you. I bet you I can give it to you.
The context. At least there was context with that one. But like the EMH and Data shared a lot of that thing where they gained a personality and had a lot of growth. I feel like if I need to raise the channel point cost on that.
F&A, Cotton, F&A.
Medical Tricore. How to channel points to do the turtle. Yeah, it's probably about as many as you really can do. Never let me know how many. I don't know. Did we give more to shout out? I don't know if we gave more to shout out.
What the fuck is a LARP?
Stands for live action role play, but it's not a sex thing. Okay, it's like people dressing up and playing pretend type shit.
Still sounds like a sex thing.
Still playing this game and thought you were going to quit? I never said I was going to quit.
We might get all
I
three
did
of
say
these.
that, but then I said I wasn't going to quit after. Once I calmed down.
Oh no, we didn't get one from Asian Boy. Bot loves Macroscape energy clip. It does. It done that one a couple of times now. I don't know if it has like a favoritism. It's either that or like there's a really long one that's going through some kind of a teaching segment. I remember that too. I don't even know if there's a way for me to be able to look up to see how many channel points people have. Never know what clip it's gonna be and how called out I will be. I mean, that's the that's kind of the same thing, and I think that's kind of the point, you know, like it's random, you know, like I say I don't know for sure. Battlestar Galactica Scattered Hopes. I was looking at a Battlestar Galactica game. I don't remember which one it was. Is that from like 2017 or something? Your Rev just evoed. Nice. May I ask you which captain you prefer, James T. Kirk or Jean-Luc Picard? Oof. Oof. I don't know if I could say that I have a preference, because they both had very unique situations. And just because of the time difference too, like I feel like there's just an evolution in the writing style a little bit in TNG compared to TOS, so that they were able to go deeper into the character. So Picard became a much deeper character and much more admirable character through all the TV series and all the movies. But I think that James T. Kirk's character, William Shatner's James T. Kirk character was a very good character for that show. But just the nature of the way that TNG was and Jean-Luc Picard, that character, you know, like it's just such a much deeper character. It was a lot more to have fun with. It's a fun game, lots of decisions to make. Back to FC tonight, though. When do you and Ultra have your co-show to going? Is that tonight or is that tomorrow night? Old Trek 26 episodes per season against now 10 per episode. Yeah. I was wishy-washy on answering your question, Star Trek. I feel like as a default, the correct answer to your question is Jean-Luc Picard. And that's mainly because the character had so much more room for development in the show and the way that the show was written, and the dark side and the light side. Okay, so that is tonight. Yeah, like we were able to see the humanity in Jean-Luc Picard versus James Kirk. We were only able to see him as basically like an action hero and a decision man, an impulse man, versus Picard. We were able to see him and his struggles with every decision and all of the stuff. The depth of his character was way, 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 way better. I wouldn't even put it on the ability to act. I would just put it on the opportunity to act is so much more. Only Kirk could have fixed the problem he faces too, though. Like, yeah, I mean, they wrote this show for that character, and he did very well in that show. My preferred captain between those two options is Captain Jean-Luc. If I had to choose between two synthetic life ones, it would be Lieutenant Commander Data. Ooh, who else did we have for synthetic life forms? Well, we had... I guess the Doctor would have been a synthetic life form. So the EMH, we had the Doctor, we had Data, we had the EMH. When we went to TNG, or DS9, excuse me. Did DS9 have any kind of a synthetic life form? Or was Odo kind of like that version? Did Odo kind of fill that role? Because that was the unaware of humanity and learning to integrate without understanding humanity kind of role. Yeah. And then, of course, when we got to Enterprise, we were in a time before that was really a thing. And then we had that again in Discovery with the robot lady, Arium. But I mean, even the ship in the future, right? The ship's computers got to be more of a character as well. The prophets as well. Oh, maybe. No, Aram didn't get to grow very much. I'm just trying to think of maybe in Discovery the computer was the one that growed. Thor was a fun character. Oh. It's hard to remember all that because there was so many years spread apart with all the Discovery shows. There's so much time in between things. That's probably something to go back and watch again. It's kind of interesting though, because Discovery, I feel, is two very different shows. Because, you know, like when it's in its earlier future, you know, like it's one show, and then when it moves into the future and like into the time of like after the burn and stuff, like it's such a completely different show that I feel that it's really worth assessing them as two different shows at that point. So for TOS you have Scotty, for TNG you have Data, for DS9 I'm guessing that was Odo, Voyager was 7, Enterprise was Trip Tucker, Starfleet Academy was Sam. Oh, I don't even know if I have anybody I would call its favorite character in Starfleet Academy. I have to go back and watch that a second time through again. Because kind of watching it like week by week throughout the releases, I feel is like such a weird thing. Like I like to sit down with the marathon and just go through everything 100%. Yeah, thank you for stopping by. Star Trek is the best show ever. Live long and prosper yourself. Sam is the best, everyone else is irrelevant. Sam character was a clever approach with the hologram. Yeah. I'm not gonna say I disagree at all. I mean, I think that the thing is, like, we're at the point now where, like, I think season 2 is gonna really shake things up with the show. I look forward to seeing it when it comes. Do we all agree with Brad that Wolf 359 was a tragedy? Yes. I don't know, CDBTU might not think it's a tragedy, though. Love a pork cube every time we have a new follow. That's very true. I mean, that's why that's why Lost and unfollows all the time. His follow age is always like less than 5 so that he can see the animation. It's absolutely a fantastic time. But that is an amazing follow alert, though. I gotta admit that. I found a way around my 100-bit redeem. He definitely finds a way. He pokes and prods until he gets something out of it. Green screen works really well. Yeah, I was thinking about that with the I'll probably still be here. Or I might still be here. I might be done by then, but have a good time with whatever you're up to, Star Trek. Alright, what do we got for events today? Benari Ral, do a wave. All the barkeep explosion is green, so it breaks back in the stream. Yeah. That is pretty awesome how that works. We have Klingon Clash. Defeat any Klingon hostile. Oh, I've got a solution for that one. I don't have to... This search function is... amazing. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Good night, CDB. Thank you for stopping by. Yes, the Dauntless is the answer to that problem. And we also have the benefit of having the systems that do not affect your faction rep. So we can go attack Klingons that are not Klingons. And go get my 100 kills in. Because Klingons are one of the factions that I am pushing. I get annoyed by the Federation one because we don't have the... I think it's the Federation. Federation, because these are Romulans, right? Yeah. Like, we don't have the option to do federations with the non-hostiles or whatever. How's your rep? I'm up there. I'm well into, what is it called? I don't even know what it's called. Prestige 1. I'm trying to bring Federation up too. I'm trying to get Federation up to Prestige 1 too. I got Klingon up to Prestige 1 and then I'm trying to get Federation up now. Catching that up has been rough. But that's almost halfways. A 5-pound prime to get for resources. I don't think I can see anything. I don't think I can see anything that low, to be honest. I'm going. Both me and Broken Wolf are in MU, but I have the Dauntless taking all the hostiles. Oh yeah, that happens for sure. Because I think the cheapest thing I'm going to be able to see in my store is $20. Because once you spend $100, they insist that you spend $100. Or maybe once you spend $100 a couple of times. I spent enough money in this, they know that if I want to spend something in this game, it's going to be $100. Yeah, nothing in my store is under 50 right now. Which... I mean, realistically, that's I don't even know what those prices would be for you guys. 30 or 35 pounds? I don't know how that goes. Is the Vengeance node skin worth 200 anymore? So it's still 20 pound, 50 pound, and 100 pound? Okay. I didn't know if they did any of the currency conversion for it or not, but I guess not. Is the Vengeance node skin still worth $200? To me, it is, personally. Because that's a lot of efficiency towards upgrading the ship. I mean, if you just unlocked the ship, that is. It's like the easiest one to spot, too. What is it? 25%, 100% weapon damage. I mean, the weapon damage is... It's not bad. You know, it doesn't have near the effect that you would think that it would. But that 10% efficiency towards the parts... I don't know, I guess maybe, maybe not. If it was $100, I would say that it would be worth it 100%. $200 makes it a little bit iffy. Outpost. I need to remember to do an elite outpost tonight. $200 is still a little bit much, but I don't think it's not worth $200. Like, if you're fine with spending $200 on it, I think it's still a decent value because that 2,500% damage, you know, like that has isolytic applied on top of that and everything, you know, so that's a compounding value. But if Vengeance isn't going to be your main ship for a while, you know, like if you're going to push to 73, you know, like there might not be value in getting it then. But if you're going to slow roll it like I'm going to, where you're going to be here for, you know, probably 12 months or something like that, I would buy it again. I would not hesitate to buy it again. We need to do Orion, not Orion's. Orion's was, no, today is Orion's. Read Orion's today. Oh, that helps with all these little specialty ships. Like all the main ships, it doesn't matter, but like the specialty ships make such a difference on. I translate every spend into what your time is worth. If it equals an hour of your time, then maybe it's worth it. If it's worth a day or two, maybe not. See, that's kind of the thing. It's like, it's hard to equate a dollar value to time when it comes to something like damage. Because, you know, like if you're increasing the amount of ships you can hit per trip by 10%, and it takes you 2 trips either way, you know, like you're not saving anything. But, you know, like there's also like repair efficiency that has to come through on the backside of that too. Because if you're increasing the amount of hostiles you get per hull, you know, like there's some efficiency there, especially with Sigma Trip being such a big thing. So I feel that getting that ability to get more per hull really helps. As soon as I unlocked the ship, I got the skin. I mean, I had zero hesitation to it because that was my first and only source to get any kind of parts efficiencies. But it was also the same thing with the Crenshaw. Like, I went and got that same that skin, that version of the skin for the Crenshaw right away too, because of the efficiencies that were baked into it. But there are better sources of efficiency right now than 10%. So it's a little more diminished today than it was when I first got it. But yeah, I think some of the wisest dollars to spend are ones that you can justify with time. Because that does equate to real world value. You know, the stuff here related to repair efficiencies and stuff like that, you know, like there's not a real world value to that, because that is 100% all related to pixels. Is the node skin in ATs? I don't remember it being in there, but I don't think I would have saw it either because I have it. Also don't know when we're gonna see ATs again. I think that's the bigger question. But I wouldn't be surprised to see it in there because they have been adding a lot of stuff. Because it's one of those things that it's been around just long enough that it's probably going to start showing up in those areas if it currently isn't. Oh, I did not actually. I thought I swapped the crew. I've done that a couple of times where I don't know if the officers didn't apply when I hit apply, or if I canceled out of it when I started talking about something else. It's kind of tricky. I kind of meant that in the other way, that while we all have intrinsic value as humans, we also have monetary value as producers, and where $200 might have a huge value to many of us, it holds very little value to others. Yeah, well, so I understand what that means, and that was kind of like the one thing that I said too, like, you know, like if you don't mind spending the $200, it's not a bad spend. But I think that it does also equate into. I just ended up on a tangent off of your point. It wasn't directly in response to your point. It just sent me on a tangent where I was assigning like some other ideas for spend. That just made me think about the time too. Yeah, not everybody's perception of what $200 is valued for is the same. That I definitely understand. Cause
Yo, we see that flood of names, chats flying like a game of flames, new folks rolling in, whole squad insane, pulled up to the body domain. Let's go. Welcome to the borough, welcome to the show. Cottontails live, let the good vibes flow. Raider train crazy, watch the numbers grow. Drop your emotes, let the whole chat know. Welcome Raiders.
welcome in, Ice Wolf.
Let's see if there's
Thank
any
you.
more. Oh, but there's a body. Oh, you little fuckers. Hello.
They snuck up on you.
Am I out of ammo on that gun? Oh, that's a bad day. Oh, it's this. Well, let's just spray and pray on the new one. Holy Mother of God, look at how many there are.
Why are there so many of them?
I'm going to die. I am just going to die.
So many. You ended up on top of a nest.
Crap. Okay, it's time to run. It's time to run.
How was the drug dealing? How did the drug dealing go?
Luckily, stubby little leg.
If you can outrun them, that's a great thing. Yeah, end up half cocked. That's not a good position to be in. But welcome in, Raiders. I'm Cottontail. I'm a Star Trek Fleet Command streamer. Primarily stream Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. I have trouble remembering that for some reason. Yes, and C Engineering was with you. Y'all were slinging coke and inoculating bags of shrooms is what I was seeing. Shrooms biz ends up being huge. Who knew? Yeah, I wouldn't have really known that. Like, it's been really amazing to see that game evolve. Like, the last time that I really sat down and watched a stream with that, like, they had, what was just done? Like, it was shortly after they introduced the skateboards even. Yeah, like, the game's gained so much depth. It's really amazing. And all from just such a small little operation. Like, it's really admirable what the person's been able to put out. Still can't drive the cars or the skateboards. Very happy for them. Hope they made a ton of cash. I can't help but imagine that they've done pretty well. And I hope so too, because that game blew up in a way that was really a little unexpected. I've been kind of trying to keep my eyes on the upcoming stuff, like as things are coming into availability for the first time and stuff. Just trying to see if I can spot like that next hot one like that, because you know, like, I wouldn't mind catching one of those from the ground up. Because I think that'd be really awesome to be able to, you know, start from the very beginning in something like that and do, you know, like every other week, play the game and show its evolution throughout the time. Like, I think that'd be fun. Ooh, and that's all the V'gers. All right, all the essential stuff is done. Collected the challenge track things. I did miss a day this week, but I'm trying to not avoid the second day this week because I've been doing such a bad time with it. What game is that? That was the what is that thing called again? I can't think of it. I'm drawing a blank. Schedule 1. Where you create your own drug empire. Yeah, I'm just starting to get involved with a program that maybe be able to get some ease for some new games like that, possibly. Hoping. A few more followers and some good view counts and stuff like that, and be able to start marketing a little bit for some of those. All right, Dauntless is almost done doing its thing, so that ties up combat simulation. We have Cold Directive. So we'll swap crews back to our normal crew and go kill some brain. Normal crew's at the top for a reason, so I don't have to scroll down. And then while that's in flight, take a look at the other events. I imagine there's not much else going on, because it seems like it's been pretty light. Yeah, I know there's a few people that are definitely playing Schedule 1. All right, Dauntless is done. Recall. Let's see. Aphelion. So this is to earn. That's RLB. Top 5. Oh, this is top 25. But it's for blueprints. We don't need blueprints. Not doing ticketed events. Outpost today. We did get another SMS. So I'm going to do the elite. And that should finish. No, I must have missed the one day. I didn't even see this event on the first day. I don't know if it didn't populate when I was looking through the bucket the first time, or if it just wasn't there for some reason. But I don't know. I usually don't miss events because I check a couple of times. But somehow I missed the outpost events had started. I missed the first day of it. It's been kind of crazy. I'm gonna try to queue up 2 to see if it's still gonna skip. It did. Okay. I keep on expecting there to be like some kind of a hot patch that's gone through that they didn't announce yet. But I'm guessing this might not be fixed until Tuesday. Since they have maintenance scheduled already, it'd be a good time to have it done at least. But they haven't yet said that they were going to have it fixed by a certain date, or they didn't announce any kind of an ETA that I've seen. They've been doing okay on communicating certain things, but like an issue with the Kushara, I think, is something that's definitely worthy of a active post and acknowledgement. Dustin's thinking about making the 5th dock. I'd like to have a 5th docker dedicated to armadas. I think that's a good idea. I used to do that too. until I needed to have 4 different miners. Once I got up to needing 4 miners, then I moved away from having a dedicated dock for armadas. But definitely in G4 and G5, I think it's a good idea to have one ready. Because you get a lot of opportunities to do armadas, and it's never a good idea to pass up an opportunity. And it makes it really easy to keep the presets set. Because that's one of the things that I've struggled with is like depending on what kind of a crew loadout that I'm working with, like it may not have officers available. So I try to make sure that I've got 1, 2, and 3. Kishore has never worked consistently. Yeah, but I would say that I would argue that this is working very consistently. Every time I schedule up, I queue up 2 hostiles, it skips from the next one to the second one. So I would say that it's working very, very consistently right now. Is it even every... Well, I don't know if it is every other. I think it just... If you have at least 2 in the queue, it skips the next one and moves to the second one. I don't think it matters how deep it is. It's doing that every time it goes to seek. Whereas, like, normally, like, if I had queued up 14 hostiles, it'd probably skip 1 or 2. Generally not more. And generally it wouldn't completely break. Occasionally it does, but I mean, so does the Dauntless. Hi Sasquatch, welcome in. How you doing tonight? It's normal for it to have issues. It's just a matter of how frequent and how rough they are. And it depends a little bit on the space that you're in too. Because if you're in a system by yourself, you don't run into a high frequency of issues. If you're in a system that's being utilized heavily, you know, like if somebody queues up the same hostile that you have, it kind of seems like it boots it out of your queue and puts it into theirs. So it causes it to skip more. Just all working. Comparing it to another ship that's broken doesn't fix either broken ship. We know it's on the list of things to fix. I mean, there's no doubt on that. Like, they know it's broken, they know it needs to be fixed. It's just a matter of doing it. Where the hell is transition space? Oh, just off work driving. Gotcha. Your shark queue doesn't stop, it just skips it. Well, sometimes it zeroes out the queue though. Yeah, Kishara was definitely beta for the Dauntless. Did for me last time when I was doing my Harbinger dailies. Hello, super friend Jason V-Nick.
On omelet. I totally skipped that anyways. So we'll take off omelet. You lost your eye of the tiger. I won't fit. It won't fit. Shut up, chat. Shut up. on my last comment. Don't clip that.
And it was clipped.
Poll started.
I'll lurk because it's snacking.
Oh,
Yeah.
They caught me. They heard it. They heard it. They heard it.
I know as soon as I get done with stream tonight, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be in the doobie den snacking myself. Someone needs to turn off their Kushara and see if sometimes their ship loses targeting. Luckily, before stream, I told C I need cocaine about 20 times. I mean, I can say that my level 28 account that does not have Kushara yet, I don't see anything with that missing targets. Unless there's other shenanigans that happen. Like, the targeting gets kind of weird if they bounce off of a spawn point sometimes. But generally, it still ends up catching up and getting there. It's like, oh, thank God they can't clip that. Yeah. I wonder if they're... I gotta go look and see, like, what the compilation videos for, Schedule 1 streams look like. Cameron would like to play STFC with working Kushara and Auto Dauntless. Oh yeah, I have a strong feeling that those two are going to be things that are prioritized because there was a lot of money thrown to purchase Kushara and a lot of money thrown to purchase Dauntless, so like they have funds that should have went towards maintaining and fixing that content. So yeah, hopefully he helps with things. Eleven to Q, and there's no point in getting more. It always fails before then. I have mine maxed, and you know, like, it doesn't really fail. Like, it generally just skips, so it's not too big of a deal. And it's hard to notice unless you're watching the screen. Do you ever use it all the way? I do. Not right now, obviously. But like any kind of grinding event or anything like that, like I'll use that the full queue. Like when I was doing augment loop especially, that's where it was really useful. They don't have to fix stuff, they just have to sell stuff. They don't have to maintain it either, apparently. I'm gonna move on to the next system. I think this is the one that spawned all the battleships and stuff. Yeah, generally if I'm multitasking, because I try to... If I'm going to be grinding with a ship, I generally try to have a second thing I'm doing. Even if it's just running armadas in like G6 solo armadas or something. Where, you know, like neither one of them require much attention, but I can jump back and forth and, you know, do all the things. I'm 100% with you, Ice Wolf. I refuse to grind aggregation at all if I can't. You are 100% right too, Corian. Like, the way it's working right now, it's barely useful. Like Loston's been saying, like, using it in waves it's better off to be turned off and do the waves like normal. Aggravation is just getting your building high enough. Yeah, but you still have to grind them, and I don't like grinding them. It's not about difficulty. It's just about doing it. It's one of those things. It requires eyes on screen, and Dauntless allows you to take eyes off screen. So that makes it extremely valuable for something like that. Because that's one loop you basically don't have to do. Because all you have to do is push one button for it. Yeah, Dauntless is pretty useless till you can tier it up, but as long as you're able to keep up with the aggregation loop and push the building and stuff, because there's a lot of good research in there for G7 stuff. Either that or the Dauntless, I don't remember what. That's tied behind having the building at level 70. So keeping that up in the pursuit of G7 stuff is super, 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 super useful. I don't remember if it's G7 building stuff or if it's the Vengeance parts efficiencies. Since we're in break, I'm going to take a really quick break myself. We're going to set the Kirshara to max in this system for Romulans, and we can watch and see how many are left. There's not that many in here. See how many it actually gets. All right, I'm gonna be right back.
Here's to the finest crew in Starfleet. Engage. Captain Jean-Luc Picard of the USS Enterprise. Captain Jean-Luc Picard of the USS Enterprise. Make it so. Make it so. Make it so. Make it so. The first duty of every Starfleet officer is to the truth. Scientific truth, or historical truth, or personal truth. It is the guiding principle on which Starfleet is based. Now, if you can't find it within yourself to stand up, tell the truth. You don't deserve to wear that uniform. This is becoming a speech.
You're the captain, sir. You're entitled.
Not entitled to ramble on about something everyone knows. Captain Jean-Luc Picard of the USS Enterprise. Captain Jean-Luc Picard of the USS Enterprise. you hear me, you bastard? I'll cut off your nutsack and nail it to my door! Like one of those lion door knockers rich folks got!
Oh man, I missed the Picard rap. I'm gonna go chat. Welcome in, Lord Scared. How you doing tonight? Welcome in, Domo. How are you? Hi, Loston. That one might have actually done 2 hostels normally.
By the way, for anyone that's new here, my name is Lostin73.
It's got a little bit of a delay to it, though.
We do STFC, and we are generally silly. And sometimes my friends come on and we go crazy. But, you know, and then we races and do other stuff.
It's almost a weird clip. Yes, when you do go on Discord, don't forget to add MJ Hat.
Here's a thought for Rathif Badurpkin. Oh, Rathif Badurpkin. Looks like Loston might have taken a wrong turn at Albuquerque and wandered into Cottontail 86 Warren. Maybe they got distracted by all the fluff and forgot the way out. Don't worry, Lost in Cotton's channel is a maze, but the ride's worth it. Just try not to get too lost. Unless you're into that sort of thing.
Unless you're into that sort of thing. Perhaps. Oh, the hostels are actually not disappearing. The hostels are weird when people are here. Queuing is definitely it's such a weird delay. It's such a weird delay before it actually takes action sometimes. It's really weird to see. Yeah, I know jumping back in and out will fix a lot of that stuff, but it's the first time I've seen it in quite a while. But I also am not in systems with other people very often.
Lourdes Karen 73 asked me, is the AMJ hat trend continuing? Yeah, looks like that EMJ hat bullshit is still rolling. Chat's still tossing it around like a damn hot potato, so the trend's alive for now. Keep your eyes on the chaos and don't let it get under your skin, crew.
Oh, did we make my Janeway pissy too now? I mean, a lot of times even just queuing up these ones that are dead on the spot will make them disappear. Not here though. Janeway scares me. I mean, this is like the AI is Janeway without coffee. Like, I think that would scare anybody that's on the ship with her too. She knows too much. That's actually a really good point. Hostile not disappearing bug needs to be fixed ASAP. That's one that's come and gone with the... That's a client-side issue. You know, like, it's not a server thing. It's not a problem that's on the server side. It's a client side. So it's an inefficiency in the way that my client is writing itself up after combat's finished. I don't know if we're gonna be able to squeeze another. Let's do a Cisco repair. See if we can squeeze a couple extra ships out of this. Because if we can, I might be able to get this finished in one trip. It's been close. It's been close. Yeah, the Ops 50 ships, the G5 epics, or the G4 epics, going into G5. I mean, it's all a matter of credits. Like, if it's gonna get you behind on sourcing your first G5 uncommon ship, like, it's probably a good idea to pass on it. But if it's going to take you a bit to get up to 53 to get that first ship, and the uncommon isn't going to hurt you, like, there's some benefit to having that G4 epic in today's game. But there's a lot of things that require more than one ship. And that can help just bridge the gap. Like, if you pick up an Enterprise and, you know, like, if you pursue like an Interceptor for your 53 uncommon, you know, like, you could still bring up the Cube to be your battleship. And then you have the efficiencies that come with the scrapping loop to get that ante maxed out a little bit easier too. Depending on what you have ready for your scrapyard, that can make that a little bit different. Still need to do anomalous phenomena and NSNEA. I'm gonna do this artifact hunt because I could use some rare gas. Because when I go to max my when I go to upgrade my Enterprise E later this week, every little bit's gonna matter. Every little bit's gonna matter. I know I got a bunch of these isolitic tokens. So it's actually still a fairly light event day. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I need to see if I got the hostiles done. I did not. Still need 7 more. That was close. That was close. And then check on Maverick, because Maverick, we got 1 more day to finish these tasks up. I still have to go do Conquer Borg Armadas. Let's see, we finished up our aggregation hunt for the Alliance. I think I have my Borg Sphere hunt done. I do not. I need to get a couple more hostiles. I went out. I should have had that finished yesterday. I think that wasn't scoring right or something. That should have been done, I think. Alright, so we'll use this opportunity. Swap in the sphere. And I can get a little bit of jumping done with that as well. Thank you, 50. Okay. I don't know how many points these... What do I need? 2,000 points? Well, I didn't even record. But I'm just going to jump to the systems. Make sure that I get my anomalous phenomenon done. Is there any events for the Excelsior ship parts? No. Just completing the challenge track gives you the... Or is it the daily? The daily event that you do. I already did mine. But it's the one that comes through here where you have your 3rd task. And then that turns into the refinery. Well, yeah, that increases with the level of the ship. Yes, this last run of the Vengeance is Mine did score with Excelsior parts and research. So, I'm saving on to mine. You need 1 more dual wave to complete the event. Can't get anyone to do it. I don't blame him 1 bit because I've done 1 dual wave. And that's the last one I intend to do. Unless somebody in my alliance is really desperate to get help with one. Otherwise, I have no interest in doing them myself. Because they're not needed for progressing the academy loop. So I'm not going to be doing them if I don't have to. Well, it's one of those things, like, if I didn't have a need to be able to do the elite solos still, like, I could possibly be convinced to swap that out to do once a week. But I still need to do elite solos to finish some stuff up there and keep the credits coming, because I still need to be able to get the Syndicate XP out of that, and I also like to pull the faction rep out of there too. Just another bad loop with bad rewards. I don't think it's a bad loop per se. Like, I think as a mechanic, like, it's fine. It's just we don't need a fifth or sixth wave. It's just something that's been repeated too many times. I'm over waves. Like, there's no reason to have a sixth version of waves. Dustin's focused on getting GS31 ASAP, as it seems to be the most useful G4 specialized ship to get even the NSEA Protector and Relativity and Revenant. I would say this, it is the most useful ship all the way. Dauntless maybe could be argued for, you know, like, potentially being more useful. But I think the GS31 has really strong utility and has a lot of depth in the game. Like, it's a very, 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 very useful ship all the way past level 70. Those are 12-foot mechanic. Wait, what is this? 12-foot mechanical life-size wings you can wear. Okay, I have to click on this now. I wasn't going to click on this. Oh my goodness. Man, you may be spending too much time on Etsy. So wait, I have to force myself to do them. If it's not a bad loop, why don't you do them? Because, like I said, I'm over waves. I don't think the fact that I'm over waves means that the loop is bad. It just means that I have no intent of doing that portion of the loop. I'm able to complete the loop because I'm able to do Academy drones still. And the Academy drones are able to source everything I need to be able to do the Academy loop. Only 6 90210 versions of Armadas. I think there are 6. I'm not 100% sure. I gotta go back and double count it. I was looking for do sharks have ears and that popped up. I don't know why. I feel like sharks have ear holes, but I'm not certain on that one. I don't know if there are like other fish where they have the midline or whatever that can sense the vibrations in the water. But I feel like at least like the bull sharks and like nurse sharks and stuff have ear holes. Draven. Sad because the GS31 is specifically created for waves, but the GS31 beam doesn't work on them. On the new stuff, no. It works on the old stuff. I don't think there's a reason that they should have excluded that. I feel like we should have had that as continued mechanic, would have been really nice. But, you know, like I could see something like the Venari Rawl being immune to it. But I think the Academy drones at least should have been susceptible still. I think that would have been a good way to do it. Fluid sensing for vibration. I mean, I imagine that it's not that much different than like our eardrums. Oh, they do have the lateral line too. Okay. So I guess that kind of makes sense because they're not a fish and kind of a fish. Like fish adjacent. That's really interesting to see like the similarities too. Where's G7 non-wave and Armada way to earn ship blueprints? Seems like the end game contact is forcing players into Armada and waves group contact, leaving very little for solo players. Well, the GS31, you do have to do, I think it's the elite waves. And it's, you know, like the mechanic to be able to get into them. So I think you have to do the solo waves to be able to do that, and the GS31 is technically for the elite waves. Is where its niche was supposed to be. Very into finding prey, and since they never stop swimming, it makes sense they have two sets of sensors. That's true, because then they don't have to rely on light. They don't have to rely on visibility. And having two sets of organs to be able to sense gives them a backup and probably accuracy. You're back. That was much under 2 hours. What animal you fell asleep? Sharks. Where's G6 and G7 freebooters? Oh, Dustin. Yeah, the G6 and the G7 stuff were... Well, G7 I don't think it was ever promised by any means. G6 has been promised. I have a feeling like that's one of those things that Cameron may push for completion. Recon Locus is the aggregation building. Recon Locus is at 58. I think once you get that to 60, that's when it starts getting that ability to get into the 61s. Freebooters for G6, G7 is trans mining. I was trying to think. I was wondering if V'ger might be more of that role. Vista's report on all operations. We died a few times. We killed a bunch of enemies and made them die. But other than that, all systems are normal. GS31, I can get into event store. So I don't know if they have that on their list of like upcoming ships to focus on. It'd be a good idea for that to be part of that list. It'd be a good idea for them to have the GS31 on their list for people for the catch-up mechanic side of things. Your Kaskari could be upgraded, but I have to not because I need a crap ton of rares to get 67 R&D. That is definitely something. That is definitely something that's hard to do, and it's important to make sure that you keep your upgrade paths open for the ship for your R&D. Am I in an armada? I am not currently in an armada. I'm going to be doing armadas after I finish with my FKR hostels, which I think I finished now. Yes, I finished now. I need to actually look at the schedule because I'm not 100% certain if tomorrow's gonna have Borg armadas, because we just had Borg armadas, so I wouldn't expect to see otherwise I can finish out the Borg armada stuff that I can do tonight. I probably shouldn't even do them. I did a couple the other night because I was maxed on my directives. I probably shouldn't even do them tonight. So that's one of those things, like all of a sudden finish everything you need, and then all of a sudden there's 2 more that need to be done tomorrow. DTI need hostile hunt mission, or at least hostiles that drop DTI loot. Other than the you have the solo invading entities for GTI, and then the group formation armadas. But yes, they do not have a specific hostile. I think it would have been a good idea to have a specific hostile that carried a little bit of each currency. Would have been nice. It will unlock a lot of research. I know I have to breathe. I just want more ship to go pew pew. I know it's a fine line to walk, because it's one of those things, like if you have struggles, you know, like where is that best suited to be? Like if you can tier up your ship another tier, is that going to make a difference? Or is being able to do a next level of research able to make a difference? Very fine line to walk. What galaxy I was in? This is Bullknot. This is in the Veil G7 space, which is Veil 1. I don't know what level you are. But if you happen to be in the G7 range, there's the potential we could be in the same Veil. Which gets to be interesting to see see people around. Oh, this isn't a mining one. But like in some of these mining systems, like it gets to be fun because like sometimes you can see people that you know from the community. Like Simon Says, there's Simon Says. Need a moment because you're on mobile. That's understandable. Even Armada, it is hit and miss when I start Armada if I can get back up to Armada I start. Sometimes show up for Armada when other Alliance players start and seem mostly fine or I go wrong ship. It can be a struggle sometimes. Because I know like even if I'm in the same system, occasionally it doesn't actually move. Threading Tarpey's Vengeance in the Veil is fun. See, here's the thing. I'm in the same Veil as Griffin. And I need to get to that point where my Vengeance can start getting into some of the fun systems where he lives. I don't know exactly where he's at so far, like if he's in like the 75, 76, 77 area still, or if he's managed to get up into the 78s. But I need to get my Vengeance to be able to get up into this area. Wave lag is killing me bad. Had to mute and focus lurking a bit. So this system is called Bullnoth. Again, this is in the Veil if you're G7. Toss you, hunt you down and end you, just saying. Yeah, that's... She's definitely one of those ones that if you start something with her, she's gonna finish it. And it will finish on her terms, at her timing too. And it's probably not gonna be any kind of immediacy. Going to enjoy filming this. Like about 5-second delay between getting there and an actual battles, thinking someone else got it, but it's still flying as I fly off. Yeah, some of that's been happening too, where you know, like my ship shows that it's sitting there, but it's taking off to my next hostile when it's going into attack mode. It gets a little bit weird to try to target that and get that figured. Like, I don't know if some of that... Oh, there's a ball drawn too. Yeah, some people are definitely have better times on mobile with waves. I don't know why. That never makes sense to me. Ball drawn. Wait, is that you? Oh, you have the Phoenix hailing frequency? No. Okay. The hiding timing behind that was weird. I don't think I have... Oh, I do have that one. Where's Hessen? We'll do a scavenger hunt. What's a level 1 system? Are you on server 34? Or do you even know what server you're on? I can go into the center of Hessen here on not you, Baldwin. To start on YouTube, Star Trek is the best show ever was asking me to come to Hessen or get closer to Hessen. 701. I'm starting to feel like 701's kind of a good server to be on. Like every once in a while, I'm like, oh, well, like this is kind of where all the cool people hang out, apparently. That's a land in Germany. Land is equal to state. So their larger governmental entities are called lands. I did not know that. A lot of people restarted on 700 servers when they opened up. Yeah, I mean mine's on 719, my baby account. And hello, Iron Fister, how you doing tonight? Damn it. Ooh.
Look at the payload floating.
That AI is El Creepo accurate on some things.
Chat, your brand new track is ready. You know what to do. Level up the train to unlock it.
G5
Been lurking, appreciate that.
Shiz and Hat, you guys are the ones that brought this to me and wanted to bring this up and talk about it. It's on Spock's Club. Can you kind of help us explain what that is? So what I'm going to do to make it so you can see it better, let me turn these.
Is this one of
off
those really long learning
so
ones?
You can actually see the whole page here. There we go. And everybody, thank you for all the follows. They are really appreciated. And let's turn this off.
I gotta admit, that's actually really
now
nice
you can see
and
the whole
clean
page.
layout.
So, Shiz, why don't you take the lead on this and explain what this sheet means to us?
Sure. So up at the top, let's kind of talk through how the ship that you put into the scrapper is going to be linked to the corresponding ship at the next generation or the next grade. So you'll be getting that 20% back, whether that's a Nova or a G5.
It was time well spent because that's a really clean layout for the Inglorious Bastards or Inglorious Bastards, Inglorious STFCers. It's random, lost it. I don't have any choice over it. I should see if I can put a weighting against the shorter clips.
We're going to give away some merch, baby. We're going to give away some merch. Why? Because why not? We're shooting for partner. Well, let's have some fun. Let's give away some merch. Race! Exclamation
Mission
point,
accomplished.
Race. Anything with the word RAC in it, and it's all good. And you can win some free merch. Let's go! Exclamation point race! Let's go, people.
That's such a baity clip. I'm actually kind of surprised nobody put exclamation point race in chat. Star Trek, my name in game is the same as my channel name, Cottontail86. But that's assuming that you're on the same server as me, because if you're on a different server, you wouldn't be able to see me there. Was your brain in meltdown? They call me Data. I'm guessing that's what you're trying to type. All right, so these ships are done mining. That's enough to finish the dailies. Okay, so other than doing some Q's trials, all the daily things are done. Other than 1 point needed for Unity. It feels weird. I keep on going back to the season passes area because I feel like there should be a Ferengi event or some secondary event. Going lurk. Gotta clean up my illicit drug empire. Kingpin, 3 kids. More money, more problems. Thank you, Isolf. Appreciate the raid and everything. Datra. Female version of Ada. Noted. All right, let's take a peek at the list of events one more time, just to make sure I didn't skip anything. Because I think all I've got left to do is I can do some Q trials and an outpost. So not doing Venari Raw events because that needs the Athena. Not doing wave defense because yuck. I did combat simulation that was attacking Klingons. Cold Directive, killing Breen. I'm not doing ticketed events right now. I'm kind of stocking tickets up until I go 72 or until I get enough to make sure that I can do some of the meta events to get like the heck do they call those things? Commendation, service commendation. So I'm just saving up all my tickets right now just to stock those up. We got to do the outpost. We're not doing Aphelion Engineering. We're not doing Project Dreadnought. Ooh, we could do Surge. And then NSEA. I forgot about NSEA. We have Surge and NSEA. Both events kind of take we'll send this over there. Both events take Dauntless. So I think the thing is to go do Mirror Universe really quick. Gonna Apex. Enjoy your Apex. Be legendary, V-Neck. Be legendary. All right, back to Dauntless. I'm on server 34. I know what server I'm on. The easiest way to find out what server you're on is if you look at a base around your station. It'll show you what server it's on here in the square braces. So like this one shows that I'm on server 34 because I'm at home. That's the easiest way to see in game right now what server you are on. Shit must be in Rift, damn it. That's another thing that needs to be fixed. Think we can, like... Oh, jeez. Maybe we should be able to try to ask Cameron to take off the limitation of only being able to jump one system and give us the ability to jump multiple systems. Or like disco in. Because this has never worked properly. Kill the whole damn warp system, it's awful. I agree, I don't even know why I'm in here. I mean, all I'm truly doing this for is a little bit of rare and one Nesmith shard. You know what, Sasquatch? I wouldn't even be that pissed off about that because I would probably buy it. You're on server 717? Oh no. My alt is on 719. It actually landed on server 717, but I moved it to 719 because 719 had just opened like the day before. So, Datra, there's a very good chance that in the coming months, our two servers will be put up against each other for incursions. And we may have an opportunity to meet ship to ship in space. I think adding new entrances with higher ops restrictions is probably the easiest to implement. Yeah, like it wouldn't be a bad idea, like if they had like a path from like G5 space to get into some of these back systems, or even off of like Fafnery, to be able to shortcut it a little bit, or even like G6 space, like if there was a superhighway to get into Mir Romulus, like I don't know. I wouldn't want to have that ops gated necessarily. Like, what level of a player would expect to be able to go into Mir Romulus? Like, could G5 grind there reasonably? Massive temporal distortion between the chat and the screen. I think I'm only at work 5, so I don't know if I'll be able to read that. I guess I'm not sure either. Yeah, warp range instead then. Think around 63-ish. I was wondering about like the Protector and the Dauntless. I don't know where the where the ships max out for level locking. I was thinking maybe one of those could go a little bit higher. You were grinding 70 system at level 60 with max G5 epics. So if they made it, if they did a super highway off of like G5 space, even if it was like the end of G5 space, like the level 60 system itself, like that might be the best way to do it. I know that there are warp range restrictions inside of here too. I didn't think about that. Because you can't take just any ship up there. That one's gonna reach. No, it's not. 800. So as long as they had the warp range of 800 to get there in the first place. So yeah, like, even if they just linked it off of G3 space and just had the warp range set at 800, that wouldn't be too bad. Located at Hessen. Let's take a peek. Yeah, so Hessen's right in the middle of everything. Yeah, if you're still in like sub 15, like if you're, or even like 16, if you're under op 16, like that's not a bad spot to be, because that gets you reasonable access to a lot of space. That's kind of the same reason that I picked mine, because like where I'm based, you know, like it's centered a little bit more towards some of the further systems. That's kind of what I geared it for. And I mainly started here because like we were doing a lot of things in this X-Borg space, and we were doing a lot of things in Talio space here for Borg probes. And it was just really convenient to be right there. And I was still kind of close to getting to Cardassian space. And Zindi. So many things it was close to. I was really excited when they put aggregation right here because it was really close to that too. Not that warp times really matter when you get a little bit higher in the game, but in the lower levels it really matters. You need to be in it. So you get a token in the game called a server exchange token, and that token is valid up until level 13. As soon as you hit level 14, you're not able to use that token anymore. Server, I think it's called server exchange token. I don't know if that shows. If you look for anything, oh, you have to be in the correct bucket. Yeah, I don't think I have one. because that would have been too high of a level, but when they introduced that. But yeah, up till level 13, you have the opportunity to exchange servers by using the server exchange token. I know how to do it. I just don't remember how to describe how to do it. Because I've done it a few different times now. I only played 2 different accounts at a time, but I've started a new account several times to see what the new process is. I don't remember exactly where you go to do it. I'd have to start a new account to be able to figure it out again. It's not super obvious, but once you know it, it's not hard to find. Requires sleep on like data. All right, good night, Dacho. Thank you for stopping by and appreciate this sub. Can't do 20 by 50. I was just trying to take a guess on how long my ship was gonna last with that crew on. Do I hold daily live streams, or when is my live stream schedule? So I stream every Sunday, I stream every Monday, and then I also stream on Wednesdays and Thursdays. My Wednesdays and Thursdays, I stream around this time every time I stream. So tomorrow I'll do one, and then again on Wednesday and Thursday around this time. On Sundays I start a little bit earlier because I don't work, but I do work Monday through Friday. And then there might be occasional streams otherwise. Why are we forced to run Cardassian Armadas to level up players? To level up your alliance rep? That is such a good question. Like, why do no other tasks apply to alliance reputation other than the Cardassian Armadas? That's still, you can see that in the yeah, you can see that that's part of the reward. I don't know why that's the only thing that was tied to that. I do have a Discord. Yeah, absolutely. Feel free to join. Got a great little community there. We have a lot of people in different ops levels and ranges, and have some links to other creators too that go live, and like they vary in different ops ranges too. Like right now we're, let's see, all the way from like the what do we have? Like the lowest right now I think is 40 and up, but several of us do have accounts that are in G3 and stuff too. And we have like event changes coming up this next week here, so I may pop into my other account a little more than I normally do too, to kind of highlight some of the differences in the new event structures. Because right now my other account, it's mainly mainly faction hunt that's going on there. Because like there's not much else going on. Still have Anomalous Phenomena. There's Threat from Beyond. I gotta finish out that one over there. But, you know, just hit Hostiles really quick. Thanks, Asian Way. I got excited for a second. I saw a different, like a bigger pop-up on my microscape, and I thought maybe there was a new message on there saying, "Hey, you have a new pet," but apparently not. All right, let's kick off a couple surges. Where is it? Where is it? I can never find that surge space. Just finished your surges, at least for the first round? Nice. Yeah, I'm surprised none of our other guys ran any today. My server doesn't actually have a name. I don't have one of those fancy servers. That should generate a pop-up to open up in Discord. How do you search for... I don't know if you can just search for... Yeah, mine doesn't have that kind of discoverability. I'll have to look into that to see if I can make it a little bit easier to find. That kicked me out. I think Protector is still my fastest ship. Okay. Rialto's my fastest ship. Protector is my fastest ship that can actually do something. Yeah, it gets to be kind of exciting to get some of these surges done. It's all for the research. It's all for the research. That's where the excitement pops in, when you can get some of that surge research done. Like that's some tasty morsels. But there's still a lot of alliances don't compete in it yet. So like even just doing this one gets us like a big jump on the leaderboard. It's almost sad, really. Like I know we have a lot of G7 players on our server. And I know that they're spread out in different alliances and stuff too. But some of them aren't like super active players in the game. And you got to be fairly active to engage in a mechanic loop like this one. So some people really miss out on it. Hey, we made it to tier 3 at least. I need to get... See how many Dauntless... I think I should be able to get more Dauntless things. Got 3G7 now, it's a big help, I imagine. I mean, we've got... I don't even know how many people we got the G7 now. I feel like there's 5 or 6 of us. And sometimes it just takes somebody to actually just start the surges. So, like, get everybody to join in on it. You have to go through Safari to do it? That's so weird. I don't know why Chrome was pooping out on it. But awesome. There's a lot of pages in there that have some useful information. If you have any questions or if you have any specific things that you want to know about, feel free to ask in there. We have a lot of knowledgeable people in the community that can help with things. And if it's something that I don't know, I can definitely help. Yeah, we usually have been doing it after TC, but I wasn't on earlier. But nobody else did it either. It always gets interesting when we start getting into like the summer months like this, because people just get more and more busy. So like the little tasks like this get to put to the side a little bit more and more. Which is a good thing, really. Everybody needs to have a good life. Like, we did have some pretty decent interest in it for a little while, where we were getting pretty heavy participation. And obviously this is a little bit later in the evening, so it's kind of a weird time to be doing it too. Especially like a little bit unannounced. Like, I did put a little notice into Alliance chat to give everybody a heads up about it, but it's not like setting a Discord notice at like 2 p.m. to say, hey, gonna try to get a couple of these knocked out. No, it's just an afterthought. I don't have it in my head. It would be a good idea to have it scheduled though. Your Alliance usually starts some 10 minutes from now, so right at 9 o'clock. I mean, if that's the time that works really well, it's 9 o'clock for me. Like, ours is very diverse too, where everybody's kind of in there. I think we're mainly... Well, I don't remember. There's a lot of our server that's Central and East Coast. Central and Eastern time zones. Because a lot of the alliances I've been in, like a lot of people have been from the Midwest. I'm just like looking here. I don't know where everybody is, but I know there's 2 that are East Coast, or 2 that are Eastern time. Oh, it's the relativity. That looks so weird from zoomed out normally, because that looked like it looks like Boston's 2 Spheres 1 Nova ship. Like, I didn't think that looked like a relativity for some reason. Okay, we're getting a few more people here now. It's nice when you get a few more people because you can really rack the points up quick. Maybe a little bit better. A little better participation than I've had in the last couple times I've ran these. Like, we may be able to get to the 60s. This whole time I never even asked how long the stream's been going. We're at 3.5 hours right now. Which we're getting kind of close to wrap up time. I got a little bit of a late start today. I got sidetracked with some side project stuff. I'm gonna probably be ending shortly after I finish off the Dauntless here. So after this wave, I'll be wrapping up and time to finish. So if you were planning to go on, I don't know if we had any raid targets or anything at all yet. Wait. Why did the raid screen get rid of the same category button? No one else. Yeah, I didn't see anybody else either. When I try finishing the lower end. Where are the random memes popping up? They're popping up from Twitch. Yeah, Ruby's on and DOS is on too. Yeah, so Twitch has a little bit more ability to generate some of those interaction items. I think YouTube is possibly working on adding some of that, because I know like they're looking to add some enhancements into some of their live streaming capabilities, which would be awesome because I would love to have like a more similar experience. And like there's like third-party apps that can do it. So like Tangia does have a browser that you can log into, and unfortunately it's like a spend money thing. The one thing I may be able to work into that a little bit. I haven't thought about that, but I might be able to work into that a little bit, and an ability to do like some commands on Twitch or on YouTube that allow you to activate some of those things. I think the only one that really works is the it's not even TTS. It's a it is a TTS for a AI prompt. So if you do !penny and then you type in something to get a thought about, there'll be a TTS message from ChatGPT response that should work on YouTube. That should be enabled on YouTube as well. This should be able to work like it should be something like that. If I have everything set up correctly, you should be able to hear that when it comes up.
For Cottontail 86. Data's quest for humanity is like a robot at a party trying to dance. Calculated moves with zero rhythm but endless charm. He's proof that even circuits crave soul, proving sometimes being human is less about code and more about chaos, mistakes, and the occasional embarrassing dance move. Now that's data worth collecting.
I think that's the only real engagement thing that I have tied to YouTube specifically.
Here's a thought for Baconfish Zero. Oh, Baconfish Zero, those ghostly debates were seriously spirited to talk about some transparent arguments. They say they clashed so hard even the haunted house got shaken up. Guess when spirits disagree, it's a real bootiful mess. Hash Phantom feuds hash Cottontail Chaos.
Cottontail Chaos. Yeah, that one's not just like a strict TTS. Welcome in, Baconfish. How's it going tonight?
No, RSDJ1 asked me. Just hit hero for Klingon rep. Now I need another 8 trillion for the next level? What kind of fresh hell is this? Yeah, that's some bullshit right there. Klingon rep in STFC is a goddamn marathon made of gravel and spite. Hero to next tier feels like the game looked at you and said, "Way cute, now do it again, but fuck you. Don't you tell to keep grinding, crew. You're not crazy. The numbers are."
Holy shit. Apparently got your daily outpost mission going right now, so nothing else to do in the game. Yeah, that's That's a definite thing. That's a definite thing. Which one wins?
Here's a thought for Star Trek is the best shover. Data's quest for humanity, like a robot trying to nail flirting without updating his software. He's proof that being human isn't just circuits or code, it's messy emotions, awkward blushing, and terrible decisions made with heart. Even a perfect android knows some glitches make life worth living.
About rep.
Live long and lovingly awkward.
Ugly grind.
Vulcan salute rabbit face.
Down the barrel of hero being the appetizer, not the meal. You hit one tier and the game says, cute, do it again for 8 trillion. That's enough to make anyone misty-eyed. What's your rep at? $50 tech?
Oh, damn. 50, Riker just called you out. Yeah, that didn't work immediately, but it did work. That's good to know. I don't think I've actually tested that before. So that's part of Tangia. So with that being on YouTube, there's no real way to do Tangia directly in YouTube. It can be done from Tangia's page, but you have to pay for that then.
Here's a thought for Bacon Fish Zero. Oh, Bacon Fish Zero, brain cell misfires are like those moments when your thoughts do the worm instead of the waltz. Chaotic, a little wild, and 100% entertaining. It's like your neurons decided to throw a party but forgot to invite logic. Perfect recipe for Cottontail 86's chat shenanigans. Brain collision rabbit.
For the taste of biscuits, you have to pay for everything today. I know, like, I have to figure out if there's a way to be able to do... do them for free like I do on Twitch. I haven't got that far. That was actually the part of the reason that I was a little bit late today is I was doing some investigating into trying to get some of that stuff turned on for off platform for the other platforms to enable some of that stuff. That'll be one of the next things I work on. So probably when I'm on my off day on Tuesday, I'll look into that a little bit deeper.
$50 tech.
See if I can get a couple of these set up for free.
Reptile baby you had with Tom Paris. That little lizard gremlin. We shoved the whole damn mess into the never speak of this again drawer and kept flying. Paris and I were one bad decision away from a federal incident, and I'm still not talking about the weird crawling shit from that day. Now back to business, crew.
Oh my. Is this still on fire sale? No. All the discounts were half off, but it must have been because I'm tier 3 sub to my channel technically. All right. Okay, sweet. So that concludes all of today's events. Minus the outpost. I do want to see where that put us on the Surge event. That put us up to 4th place. It's Officer Depot tokens. As good as those realize that. Gotta go just realize what time it is here. Well, let's say I'm gonna be like Janeway in the morning when she hasn't had a cup of coffee. I appreciate that. Thank you for stopping at Datra. I appreciate that. And I'm gonna have to work on Stream Elements' alerts too, because the message too long thing shouldn't be there, and I don't know if it's actually modding you guys over there or not. Doesn't look like it. It looks like it's just being weird. Yeah, live long and prosper, you as well. All right, we get this swapped back around. Now the question is, I'm not gonna do the Vengeance with 2 surveys trick tonight. I'm gonna try to see if I can complete the wave without that. Or the outpost without that, because I want to use my survey ships for mining it tonight. All right, I put 5 out on an away mission like an idiot. I mean, I basically do the same cruise anyways. But I don't want to mess around with setting up the protector. Need a Homelander AI? That feels like that could get really unhinged. Are there any... Oh, boy, that made me worried. That made me worried. I thought these were going to be all taken. I have not completed one of these yet. I have not successfully completed a 70 elite to all 72 hostiles. I've done one of them up to 70, and I've done one of them up to 71, but I have not gotten any to 72 yet. You should be able to do 70 elite, no problem. Did you mean like the 72? Is that where the next ones go up to? 73? Yeah, you shouldn't have any problem with the 70 elites. The only time I've had like a really, really shitty showing is one time my NT didn't actually join. I sent it into the circle, but I didn't send it to join. Like an idiot. And so like it just sat there. And the rest of them, they only completed like 60 of the waves then. But no, the 70 elite shouldn't be too bad. This should be my first completion here. Because my Enterprise is up a couple of tiers since the last time I ran one. I mean, the thing that I do is, like, I'll come back in like an hour and I will run Cisco's ability to give everybody a quick refresh. Other than that, you know, just having everything tuned. And I could probably get away with the survey stuff here with another tier in my vengeance, I think. Not 100% sure on that one. But I do go a little bit deeper on this than I normally do with the regular ones. I get that isolatic defense pumped up. So I'll take this up to level 10. And I feel like that makes a pretty big difference. Because I've got really good isolatic defense outside of this. So just getting that extra 200% kind of seals the deal for it. I did not go to the right system. That's the one I wanted to go to. I questioned if I had sent that to the wrong spot. All right, let's get these. That'll be good enough. This is still not the right system. That is the one I meant to go to. I don't understand the surveys for outposts. So the thought process behind that is if you have you take two surveys and you take like your vengeance, and the two surveys will have like the academy crews on them to buff the incoming attack, but they won't survive the outpost attack. You have to, well, this could probably apply with like your 66 rare or something too, potentially. But the thought process is you take your biggest ship and you take the two surveys because they're going to be significantly lower points, and you buff them with the protector, both of them, so that they will automatically regen after the outpost initial attack. And then during the retaliation waves won't attack the surveys. They will only attack your combat ship. So the surveys will last for the entirety of the retaliation defense. And those buffs that they provide will continue to buff your biggest ship. So if you can keep all three ships active, it's going to give your biggest ship the biggest ability to boost the loot and increase the amount of stuff that you can get off of the outpost. I've done it before and it works, but I'm just generally, I'd rather just have the combat ships for the most part. I still have Loot Crew on my Vengeance, and it significantly outpowers the other two ships. So in my head, you know, like the percentage that the other two ships are taking off of the outpost isn't significant, so I'm still getting a really big boost off of it. But if you want to maximize your rewards, that's the easiest way to do it if you can't just do a single ship. Yeah, Outhouse does not follow Battle Triangle, but the Retaliation hostiles do. I heard that was for a loot boost, but it doesn't work for me when I can last the full 72 with all warships as opposed to 50-60 for loot crew and surveys. And that's a matter of where that trade-off is. Sometimes the trade-off may be better to hit that 60 mark with a good loot crew with the surveys versus being able to go all 72. Like there's a trade-off there, and it's a matter of finding. It's like everything in this game for the last 6 months. You know, like it's a matter of finding that perfect combination for your crews and your ships and your research and your officers and, you know, all that stuff. Not every tactic is going to be 100% applicable to 100% of the people. But yeah, it's a tactic to be able to use if you're at that sweet spot where you're high for the outpost that you're at, but you're not high enough to move up yet. Switching into that really can help boost you. But I'm at that point where, like, just doing the regular 70s, I don't need to have any support ships. I can just send one ship and do that just fine. But the elites, I need to have that little extra firepower to help me last, because I think that helps with the Vengeance in the long run. It's been a while since I tried it, but the last time I tried surveys, it was significantly less. Significantly less. But it's a tactic. All right. Well, I think that's going to wrap things up for tonight. Does anybody have any other questions? Looks like a Baldrin did start. So we can get a raid over to him. Get him some extra follows. Get him some extra numbers. What is the meaning of life? 42. Or crabs. Crabs. How can I find a penis? Look between your legs. I don't know. When I saw happiness, that made me think of the French tutor from Beverly Hillbillies. From the Beverly Hillbillies movie. I don't know. That just made me think of that one. Yeah, it's a balancing act. Sometimes it's worthwhile to find that sweet spot with it. Especially if you have enough directives to be able to play with it. Yeah. All right, sweet. So I thank everybody for stopping by today. It's been an amazing day with all the raids and all the good time as always. I hope everybody had a fantastic Sunday, and this upcoming week on June 5th, we have birthday for Mufasa happening. And then on June 7th, MJ is celebrating his 4-year affiliate anniversary with Buddha. And yeah, it's gonna be a couple of good streams, so definitely worthwhile to check out. I know I'll be around. And other than that, hope everybody has a fantastic evening, and I hope Monday gets going good for everybody. Thanks and have a great evening. I'm not even gonna try to do that math with Austin.